Hello everyone and welcome back to Vcom AI coding. Today we're going to be focusing on working on a vehicle disembark and embark system for the AI. The goal is to make it as simple as possible, so it's as lightweight as possible, and to really handle the infinite disembark and embark loop that AI will sometimes do, even in vanilla. So this is something that I don't want to really do because I'm changing some default core behaviors of AI, and when you're doing that, that can definitely create some issues with missions and people, some frustrations. But good news is that it's going to be toggleable, so if you don't want it, you can get rid of it. And I'm not looking to do anything crazy. I'm not looking to change the world here. We're just looking to prevent the AI from disembarking and re-embarking miles away from the enemy. And so we should handle that unless there's an order. Perhaps there'll be a lot of cases that we're going to have to work with here, but we will figure that out. So let's go ahead and begin. So the first thing we're going to look at, as you can see, we've already defined a function here called vehicle check. We already have an option in here called cargo change, which means we're changing how the AI handle cargo. Okay, and then, on top of it, I just thought, well, add one more just right now. Vcom. I don't want to do this one yet. Yeah, turret. Turret unload equals false. If true, AI will automatically disembark turret positions in vehicles if the vehicle is badly damaged. This is to prevent AI leaving a tank tracks are damaged. Okay, so there's another option you can do that we're going to change by default, where the AI don't just disembark automatically. Oops, I just made a mistake here. There we are. And we're going to go ahead and add that in here to the CBA settings. Alright. More of a relaxed kind of feel. Okay. Okay. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is going to be, oh, this is the wrong thing. That's something else. We're looking at just Vcom AI testing here. And, well, how do I want to implement this change is always what I'm thinking about. So here's the FSM system. I'm assuming it should be in one of these checks here that we check to see if the AI are in a vehicle, maybe so that the function isn't running very often. We have a check that runs every 30 seconds, one that runs every minute, one that runs every 5 minutes, and one that runs every 2 minutes. I think checking every 30 seconds is enough. Okay. Alright. So maybe if we do on top of this here, we'll do the group. And this might change quite a bit, but we're just kind of messing with it to see what we can get here. So we have group call vehicle check. So, and I need to actually create this function. It's not even created yet. So what is this doing? Well, in my mind, I'm thinking that this will check to see if the AI are even in a vehicle and determine if it's their squad who's driving it or not, or how that even works. So there's a command we're going to be using here that I have not used before. Okay. So we're definitely going to be that. And I don't know the description of this quite yet. What parameters is going to be group is, and it shouldn't return anything. Maybe we will have it return something. We're going to figure this out together. The command we're looking at is set, unload, and combat. Alright, let's pull that up here. Set, unload, and combat. So we have it here. Allow cargo, allow turrets to unload. If cargo or turrets soon should get out of the vehicle and in combat. If true, vehicle will stop and units will dismount. Vehicle must be local. Okay. So we're thinking this just needs to run on every group because it's local. So if you have mixed groups, different headless clients, we need to go for compatibility here. So what we're going to do is, this means is the vehicle must be local or the command must be run locally. Okay, maybe we'll do it so if the vehicle isn't local, will quit. Okay. So here's the first thing we need to do. We need to pull the group. AI group, okay. So we need to determine, are they in the vehicle? Are they in a vehicle? And that's where it gets tricky. Okay. So what if, I think it's just if anyone is in a vehicle. Because you can have situations where you have a, a HEMET transport, and you have a squad. I'm not going to, do it right now because it's just needless. But maybe can I just click and drag in here? Oh, I can. Oh, the Eden editor is a lot better than I remember. So we have a squad that's like half in and half out. A scenario like that, we need to be able to still capture it. So, yeah. So we need to check it from a vehicle. So we'll just have a bool here. We'll call it vehicle check. It starts with false. And for each units group, if, and remember there's a check to figure out. Actually, let's make this object null to start with. So if, and I always forget that command, the was it parent object? Parent? Split parent, good shot parents. Object parent, sorry, I get them mixed up. So this is a quicker way to check oh. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so this will return if you want to check if they're on foot or they're in a vehicle, right? So there's a couple ways to do this. We could do object parent unit and then check to see what the vehicle is. We'll just see if it's on foot or not. If is null object parent X. So if this is true, that means they're on foot. So what we want to do is, nope, we don't want to do that. And there needs to be an array because there might be multiple vehicles, squads spread across multiple vehicles. So we need to also capture that and make sure we handle that correctly. Okay. And let's just make this an empty array, actually. Let's do vehicle array pushback unique. Okay, now how do I use object parent to actually grab the... Oh. Well, to save time, so we don't want to rerun that code twice. We just do that. And if it's not null, then we can push back that vehicle. Just like that. So now we're not running object parent command twice. Now we're building an array of all the vehicles that this group has. Okay. Once we have a list of all the vehicles, we can now do our thing. So what do we want to even do? Because I'm not really even sure what I want to do. So So far, we've got a list of knowing if they're in a vehicle or not, and what vehicles, more importantly, what vehicles are in, because it looks like this command has to be ran out of vehicle. This command that we're using here, this cannon load in combat. So that's very important. Okay. Check if cargo is going to want to get out when in combat. And this is just for cargo. Oh, that's interesting. So you only can check for cargo but not turrets? Oh, wow. That's odd. I'll introduce an armor 2. This one's introducing armor 3. That's why. Okay. So... let's see. Let's back up a bit. Two. So if this is true, then we're gonna do this. This might change too. I'm trying to see if I can do this in one. Let's go ahead and just write this thing without the conditions first for the settings, and then we'll come back to it. Okay. So we need a disembark range. Yeah, maybe the default range for the actual disembark will be like 200 meters. Maybe that's too close. Yeah, that or the vehicle's damaged. Something like that. So, how far AI will disembark from their enemies? Let's do 200 for now. If the vehicle is damaged, they will disembark. So we still want to account for if the vehicle is damaged, they're going to disembark anyway. Okay, so now we have a new setting in here that we need to go through and make sure that we add. I'm going to put this down here. And then added the CBA settings, which is by far is frustrating. Let's see. These are checkboxes. I need something that's a number. List. That looks like just a variable. Am I gonna look this up again? Oh, a slider would work too. I mean, let's just use a slider. Alright. So default value, data for, okay, minimum is going to be, I don't know, 50. And then the max will be 1,000 if you really wanted to. The default will be 200. If cargo chain is checked, how far AI disembark? Enemy. Will AI disembark from the enemy? Okay, so get those settings added in. Just keeping on top of it. I'll update this file in a second, but okay. Once we have a list of all the vehicles, we can do our thing. Alright, so and they can still unload not in combat, so I'm hoping this will not be too bad, but we're going to see. Okay. X set unload in combat. False. And then this one's always going to be turret unload. Right. Let's see. This is kind of difficult. If you have to do kind of two different sets of things, is the way I set this up. So we have to have one that's maybe you don't want the turrets to disembark when the vehicles get damaged. We have to have two different ways to handle that. So if you want to change, okay, then we can do this script here. But if you just want the turret unload as true, then we just give this to true at all times and set this whatever setting it is. Okay, and then okay, if we only want to impact turrets. Okay. So they will unload in combat. False, and this is something we do. So if local X, so only if it's local to the machine that's running this, will it do this command. So X will set unload in combat. We're getting closer, but now we just need to make this more complex, so the distance to the enemy, right? So we need to go in here, and I think we have that in FSM that I closed because I don't know why. So right in here, I think we do a check for the distance. Yep. Let's just call for the nearest enemy. And this is okay if they... This doesn't tell them where they are, it just lets the script know. So nearest enemy is going to be, and let's get the leader of the group, right? We'll go ahead and get that. Yeah. Get that right in the beginning. Leader equals leader of the group. So just from always going from the leader. What's the leader call? Nearest enemy. If the nearest enemy distance to D is less than, remember that variable we just created, if it's less than the disembark range. And we should do less than or equal to. I don't know which actually is much faster, but then we do this. Else we do this. Okay. So if they're less than 200 meters, then they can disembark. Otherwise, it's false. Just like that. And then the vanilla stuff will take over. Now this is very basic. We are going to see, and we'll just add in some, let's see, let's see, debug. What's it called again? Vcom debug. We'll add in some debug stuff here. If Vcom debug, then diag log format. What we want to do is pass the group over, and we'll do we'll call this vehicle check group. Group can unload. Can't unload. It's just in combat. Okay. So hopefully this will prevent them going out and in, out and in. It'll keep them in the vehicle. Okay. So this will even run even when they're not in combat. Great. So it's pretty lightweight so far, being roughly 54 lines of code-ish, less than, well, maybe 40. So let's go ahead and I'm going to open up something else here so we can get that log going. I just want you guys to see everything. Let's see, where is that file? Got to stall local, Arma. RPT. I need this lovely RPT file. Okay. Hit save. We're gonna load up with our new found changes. We're using CBA right now to test those changes. This is gonna do a couple of things we're going to check. Well, first we just want to see if we see this in the RPT file. But we have to enable debug mode, so this will be our first test. Uh-oh! Okay. That's what I want to constantly monitor it. We got a first error here. I made a oopsie. Functions, Vcom functions, oh my, what happened here? Oh, whoops. Found it. So we're gonna back out. I just made a little naming error there. Got a first error again. Did I forget to add in a... Oh. Man, I must be rushing. This is not... I am rushing this here. So you need to have it pull the distance first between two objects and then see if it's less. So that was my mistake there. You can see what happens when you're just kind of jamming out and just cruising. Not trying to do anything crazy here, I'm just having fun. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. So first we want to do is go to Configure, Add-on Options. There's Vcom right there. Let's enable debug mode. And let's go ahead and make sure... Okay, we see... This is one thing that bothers me about CB. Look at this. Like, come on. You can just push down or something. Alright, so let's change that really quick. The turret become turret unload in CBA. AI will unload from turret positions when in if vehicle is damaged. There. Okay, I'll fix that. So this is all how we want. Let's send distance AI disembark from the enemy. Shorten that up like that. Okay, so that should fix that. Alright, I think we just enabled debug mode. Alright. Okay, and let's even double check. Hint string become debug. Is that it? That's true. So we did. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and put in a lovely... Well, we need to get some enemies first. Let's go down here. Let's get this. Let's get a Hemet. Oh, we got a first error. Oh! That's okay, we can still keep testing, but... this is if count... Actually, I think this is count or equal to. Just do count vehicles greater than 0, then... I don't know what's quicker. Well, it's gotta be vehicles, right? But that's okay, we should still be able to... Oh, what just happened here? The error is fine. Feels wrong hit. Oh my gosh, I'm in the wrong buttons everywhere. Okay. So if you put that in there. Okay. Open up this RPT file here besides that error. And maybe in FSN there's even an issue, or did I pass? Isn't it group? I did, yeah, group. Yeah, group's it. Okay, 11:08 here is what we're looking at. Essentially, we need to wait to see if we get another error message. It's still saying vehicle undefined. Oh, that's interesting. So we're getting an error here. That actually, oh, because I'm being a dum-dum again. I need to slow on down. Okay. So that one was just one we'll have to restart for. Yeah, we'll reload that. Okay. We are going to do this if damage X, what was it, get damage X greater than 0, I don't know, what, 0.2 or something, then else. So we got some nested statements in here which aren't my favorite, but that's okay. This is saying if the damage of the vehicle is greater than 0.2, that's just a random number I pulled out of my butt. Okay. Then they need to disembark, because they can be allowed to disembark because obviously they're under fire. Okay. Can unload damaged vehicle. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to retry. Okay, we're going to go back to configure, add on options. This is still too long. Well, debug mode is enabled regardless, so we're going to go ahead and... Man, I really dislike... Okay, hold on here. So, maybe I'm like doing the CBI thing wrong. This just says the variable here. So wait a second, am I doing this ass backwards? No. I want like a CBI and says any other way to have more of a descriptor. Like, does this do that? Yeah. See, they have it here. I must be doing something wrong. Internal setting name should always contain a tag. This will be the global variable, which is okay. So I should be setting all that stuff in here. We have to go through the CBA settings and touch them back up, because they do it here. It says need to contain a tag. It contains a tag, but I wonder how they did that. Okay, we'll worry about that in a second. First, let's worry about our code. This is like the first time I've really even bothered with CBA, so it's a good thing, a really good thing, but I really had a use for it. Alright. Bam. Okay, we'll give it some time. We should be. Vehicle check. Group can't unload. There we go. You can see right down here, group can't unload. And let's make this easier in the eyes. It's a little bit easier. Group can't unload. Okay. So, what this is supposed to do for us is let's get, we'll get like a battle going on over here. Okay. We'll just have these guys going here, and these guys going here, and these guys going here. Let's get one more group here. And we'll get like a group in the back or something. Okay. So these guys are going to start firing upon each other. As soon as they actually can see each other. Oh, there they go. Okay. They're going to combat. And we shouldn't see these guys disembark. We'll get a move order. Right here, which we need to handle that too. I think I need to improve in the vehicle. Transportation stuff needs to be improved as well. So he's got a move order. And so now this is good. I know this doesn't look good, but this is good. So usually what happens is I jump in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay, so he's got a waypoint here, which we need to really actually handle if they're, figure out their transportation vehicle or something. And then have them actually bring troops in. I think would be a good idea. Oh boy. Okay, come here. Okay. I'm gonna give him a waypoint to go in. Because what I want to do is I'm gonna keep this waypoint here. So what happens once these guys get close enough? We should see this. Oh, this needs to go. Holy cow. This just drowns out everything, doesn't it? Wow. Okay, that needs to go for sure. These guys should begin to unload. Remember, it only checks every 30 seconds, so... And then, there they go. Now they're disembarking. Beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted. And now they're actually engaging. And you can see that he actually stopped short of the waypoint to let them out. So some of these guys are... Oh, these guys count as turret positions! Oh, shit! Oh, man. I never thought about that. Those count as turret positions. So when it's turret positions means it's only cargo. So these guys... Do they even shoot from the back? I haven't actually ever really tested this before. Oh my gosh, calm down, dude. They will! It's like, okay, I'm gonna leave that option in. That's not how I thought it was gonna work. I'm leaving that option in. Because that is just the coolest. Okay, this needs to change. I'm gonna back out here. Oh my gosh, that is really cool. Okay, hold on. So where is it? Yeah, hit. I'm looking for the AI fire hearing aids. I think that's what it is. Okay. The weapon suppress one is fine. I think that's gonna be okay, but there is another one that we launched. Oh, the knows about command. That's all that needs to be changed. Know about. Yeah, this way too much. Way too much. Okay. I need to. Gosh, you got like different levels of debugging, I guess. Okay. Let's take a look here. Let's back up. So, how long have I been recording this video for? About 34 minutes. I think that's about long enough. One thing we'll do is you can see we're making some improvements. The next part of the video, I think I want to do one where we see an improvement to the transportation AI. And so, that'll be it. But Armor 3 CBA. Let's just do search for this and see if I can find this and see how they do it. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, parameters. You have setting, setting type, title. Okay. So you can have title in here. So setting. Setting type, title, display name or display name plus tooltip, category, value, if oh. I want to keep these short. Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure how they went about doing that, but right. Do 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 do. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at CBA really quick. Oh, they got a lot of in here. Let's go. I'm just looking for something like settings or variables. Let's see. Oh, that's how you get. That's thanks, CBA. I was looking for that command in the back of my mind. That's what unit they're controlling. Alright. Well, I'm not sure, but you know, it's not as important right now. Like, it's such a low priority. We'll just hope people will get the idea. Is that a wishful thinking? Is that wishful thinking? I think we are going to set this to true by default, but people can turn that off if they want them to stay in there. Like, and you can even change on the fly. That's one thing I like about the way the system is set up. You can change these on the fly. You don't have to. I know it requires a little more scripting, but you don't have to. Yeah. Do this. So this is actually really nice. So we're gonna add in a check here. If ooh, that won't work for this. Okay. That won't work. Okay, this is useful information, so I'm definitely gonna get this here. And going to save it in here just as for some code tidbit later. Thanks, CBA. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. As you can see, we wow, look at this. We have done quite a bit today already with AI not disembarking. The next step I want to do before release is going to be see if I can figure out transportation vehicles and how to get them drop troops off more efficiently. The difficult part with this is that, well, maybe we can answer it now, but somehow I doubt it. If you have a, say, HEMIT, I can spell it right. If you have a HEMIT and you have troops inside of it, how do you tell something is a transfer vehicle? just if it has cargo. If it has units in the cargo spot, it count it as a transport. Is that what we want to do? Like the Huron? Well, that would actually work. The Hummingbird, technically, as if it has cargo, which means there's troops that aren't in fighting. I think so. So that'll be next time, and then we can do checks. Maybe we will put that in here as well. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty complicated because we need to make it work with. If it's one squad that's in there, like how do you just tell a squad to? I think it just has any cargo, no matter how it's set up. And then it needs to go in there, but all right. Locality is going to be something we have to consider. And it's all sorts of things. Like if we have a squad of heroes, like we don't want to do any actions until a whole group's to get out. We just need to tell the AI to go to an area, and they will figure it out themselves. Maybe respond to the nearest group, friendly group that's closest to, like, find the closest enemy and find the closest friendly, like the friendly requesting help essentially, and then go to them to provide support. I think that's going to be the way it needs to go. Maybe in the waypoint. No, you know what we should. Okay, I figured it out. In the waypoint generation, that's when we need to do it. So instead of adding a whole new system, we just need to go into the, not the waypoint check, but the, what do I even call that? Does it still call it flank move? I do. Still call it flank move. So I need to essentially come into here and generate the waypoints for it. Okay. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Okay. Well, we're gonna worry about that when we get to it. So maybe even create a new function in here, but it just uses this same system. So okay. All right, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. That's it for this video, and I'll see you next time.